I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
That's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
What is psychosis? What does it mean to be psychotic? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. I'm Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, and I talk about mental health education and self-improvement. If you want more of this kind of information, click subscribe. Psychosis is simply a state where you're unable to tell what's real and what's not real. The way that can look can take many forms, and I'm going to start out talking about hallucinations and delusions. Let me start with hallucinations first. Hallucinations can involve any of your five senses. There are auditory hallucinations where you can hear things that aren't there. For example, a person can hear their name called. Now, don't get too alarmed if this has happened to you. If it's only happened once, it could easily just be a misperception of a real noise. Then there are visual hallucinations. These are seeing things that are not there. You may see spiders crawling up the wall, for example. And this is not to be confused with a visual misperception. And here's the difference. With a misperception, there is something there. You just may think it's something else. Have you ever wakened in the middle of the night and looked across the room and swore you saw someone sitting in the room? And after you pull yourself together, turn on the light, you see that it's just a chair sitting up against the wall. But it's sitting in a way that made it look like a person. That would be an illusion. The chair is actually there, but you misperceived what it was. Moving on, olfactory hallucinations. This is where people can smell things that aren't really there. Sometimes people with temporal lobe seizures can smell things just before they have a seizure. And for them, it can serve as a warning signal that a seizure is coming. Tactile hallucinations occur when you feel things that aren't there. You may feel someone touching your skin, or you can feel the sensation that bugs are crawling on you, for example. Lastly, there are gustatory hallucinations. This is where you taste something in the absence of tasting something, or it can happen when you eat something and the taste doesn't make sense.
So let me just do this. I had to play that, right? Dr. Tracy, she cold, man. She breaks it down, and I love it. And I think that psychology, right, is important. It is necessary. But I've spoken with a lot of clinicians, particularly sisters, and they do understand that something is missing in psychology. There's the spiritual aspect, and oftentimes the spiritual aspect, when it's defined by psychology, gets called schizotypical personality disorder. People with schizotypical personality disorder are often described as odd or eccentric, and they usually have few, if any, close friendships. They generally don't know how to form relationships or how their behavior will affect relationships. And when they talk about them having odd beliefs, these are beliefs that black folk done had before the creation of the European interpretation of psychology. Now, when we look up the word psychology, it breaks down into two words, etymologically speaking. Psyche, they'll say, means mind and behaviors. The study of the mental processes and behaviors. This is the classical definition of the word psychology today. But psyche meant soul. Psycheology, study of the soul. Now, black folk are soul folk. So a lot of the things that she was explaining, like the sense of smell, black women, they smell everything. They walk in your house and can smell a toenail under the kitchen sink. Somebody's toenail. I know what a toenail smells. I don't know how they know, but they know for some reason. All I'm saying is, it seems as if the psychological interpretation of spirituality falls short when trying to describe, some of the things that black people have been doing since time immemorial. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to villainize black people's, what the new term is African spirituality. I'm not demonizing it. But you have to be careful of what version of your belief system has been tampered with by the same people that conquered your people and made their beliefs illegal. Now we're starting to see a resurgence. Sisters are getting back into African spirituality. Now, I'm going to say this. Don't mess with nothing that's of the light if you still got darkness in your heart. See, wanting better for yourself is okay, but don't want better to show off. Don't want better to show out. Don't want better to get revenge. Don't want better to look better. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You got to want better for you. There's a healing thing that needs to happen. Sometimes people don't heal. They just want to get. And remember, we live in an individualistic society according to psychology. Modern psychologists will tell you right now, America's an individualistic society. Okay? Takers. So we will learn some witchcraft in order to manipulate, in order to use, in order to condescend, in order to compare and compete. We'll use whatever we think will give us some type of advantage. But like Reggie from Austin, Texas said, guess what you can't use it for? You can't use it to conquer you. Who ready to talk now? I'm ready to talk. Who did we just lose? We just lost somebody. Call back. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. We got people on the line. Let me get the creator. Leroy from Inglewood, just hold tight. I'm going to come to you. Let me get the creator of this topic on the line. Attila from Houston, Texas. Attila, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
Yes.
Well, we have yet to discuss the blind part. Everybody talking about the witches. I figured that would grab people's attention, but nobody's talking about the blindness.
Talk to me. That's what we was waiting on. It's your part.
Yeah. All right, then. This is going to sound like a weird question. Do you remember the first time you ever drank water?
Nope.
Right. So for some people, line manipulation and control is the same thing.
Huh. Okay. Go ahead.
They don't know the origin of that, right? Mm-hmm. They have no idea when they started, and they have no idea how to stop because they're unaware, hence the term blindness, right? And so I think everybody is kind of thinking a little bit linear, right? Witchcraft, roots, spells, da-da-da-da. What about gaslighting? What about coercion, right? What about smear campaigns? What about gossip?
I hear you. Keep going. I hear you.
I'm just saying. I mean, we're talking a lot about, kind of the spooky spiritual part, but personally, I think when we're talking about deceiving people, it's only as powerful as their will is given to you. So, like, they're willing to believe the lie that you're telling. That's why the deceit is powerful. In a sense, it's a power play between submission and, what would the word be? I'm losing my words.
Dominance?
But anyway, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because that's what I hear. I hear this a lot from a lot of people. There's domination spells.
Mm-hmm.
They're really doing spells to dominate their partner. And
I mean, you don't have to do
talk
a
to me.
spell to
Just
dominate
just
someone.
talk to me. Talk to me. I want to hear it. Teach me.
That's enough. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always like rudimentary ways I think that people go about this. I really feel like a lot of this starts in the mind, right? It starts with them saying little things, putting little bugs in your ear, using the people around you to basically tear you down, whatever the case may be. To me, that's enough. I don't even need to go put your name in a bottle or something crazy like that because you'll bind yourself.
Really?
So, and, I mean, it sounds kind of dark, but it's the truth. I think what I'm really getting at here is not that, yes, there are people out there that are doing spells and doing all this, like, weird stuff. Absolutely. But I think that it's a little bit more insidious than that. It's the girl in the cubicle next to you at work who decided to go tell your boss whatever to make sure that you wouldn't get your promotion. Is that not witchcraft and interception? It's the manipulation of the will of your boss.
So you telling me
Witchcraft
magic is being used to manipulate not just intimate relationships, but business relationships? And Andy said, "Oh my God, yeah, ladder climb. It's going down like that." Talk to
Anywhere
me.
that there is a will, there's, you know how they say where there's a will, there's a way?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's a will, there's a witch.
Ooh. Hey, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call my show tripping like this, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. Don't call in here tripping right now. I rebuke you about that. Don't call in here tripping this evening. Because, hold on. See, no. You don't get to do that. She said, where there's a will, there's a witch. Now, hold on. This stuff is happening, and listen, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. There are a lot of brothers out here that are blind to it. Listen,
man, it's a lot of brothers that's involved in it. What you be?
Both ways.
Warlocks
Yes.
exist.
Yes, 100%. And depending on the culture that is defining it. If the European culture is defining the African culture, it is from the dark continent. It is dark. It is evil. It's right. But then
Okay, but let me put it to you like this. Hold on. So what we did for natural practice and connection to the Most High, they took to subjugate us.
Whoop.
Manipulation, domination, control. They took what we did in the spiritual and brought it to the 3D.
Look at that. I've
Right?
always said psychology is the scientific version of the white man's explanation of spirituality. Because, you know, whenever you're using the scientific mode, you need replication. You need to be able to replicate certain experiments. So it follows the scientific model. This is why when we see things like schizotypical, they say, well, the person is having hallucinations. Well, you can't experience what they experience. And I'm not saying that they're wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying they're not all the way there yet spiritually to be able to see what the schizotypical or the schizophrenic or the psychotic person may see. Do you see what I'm saying?
They're blind to it.
That's the blindness
They're
you was talking
blind
about.
to it. Right. So there's one last thing that I want to address, too, before I get off the phone.
This is fire.
Nazarene made a really good comment. He said, doesn't true power / magic require self-awareness? No.
Ooh. No?
No.
No. Listen, hold on. Attila, listen, I don't know what you on tonight.
Demon time.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you on tonight, but you tripping tonight. Then Attila, don't make me ask. Attila, are you practicing? What's going on? Attila is on it tonight. She said, no, you don't need self-awareness. Keep going.
No, you don't need self-awareness because, okay, think about what a medium is. A medium is being used, right, by something. So all they need is consent. There's no, that's what I'm saying. It's not this like spooky spiritual, I'm this like empowered being. All they need is will, which is why you do need to be careful when you're engaging in certain practices. because depending upon what you think you're tapping into, you may tap into something that's different than what you expected. And at that point, you can't get it up off of you. So what you going to do then? It's only so many baths and steams you can do, sis. Bruh.
So you mean somebody could send something your way, or a prayer, an intention of ill will, and it can find its way to you?
I'm not necessarily saying that. I think what's happening more so than not is that people are invoking this on themselves by trying to do that to someone else.
Here we go.
So you think you being slick by trying to send something somebody's way, and they be done return the sender, and then it's a wrap.
Huh.
Now you covering your mirrors. You feel me? Like, don't do that stuff. You don't know if people have on their
you can't talk like
I'm
that.
saying.
Stop tripping tonight. Attila said, now you covering your mirrors. What is covering your mirrors? What is that?
I mean, I heard that, demons don't like mirrors very much. They don't like to see themselves. So like I said, the same spirit you done sent to somebody to try and hex them, it done come back on you. And now you can't even look at you, because every time you look, you're going to see exactly what you sent. Stop doing that stuff.
Hold tight. Listen, when we come forward, the voice of reason needs a breather for just 2 seconds. When we come forward, this show is on complete fire. We got callers from all over the country. When we come forward, we're going to talk to everybody.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco, representing that first and 15. Yeah, and this one right here, I dedicate this one right here to all my homies out there grinding. You know what I'm saying? Legally and illegally. You know what I'm talking about? So, check it out. First got it when he was 6, didn't know any tricks. Matter of fact, first time he got on it, he slipped. Landed on his hip and busted his lip. For a week he had to talk with a lisp like this. Now we can end the story right here, but shorty didn't quit, it was something in the air. Yeah, he said it was something so appealing, he couldn't fight the feeling, something about it. He knew he couldn't doubt it, couldn't understand it. Branded, since the first kick flip he landed. Labeled a misfit, a bandit. Cocoon, cocoon, cocoon. His neighbors couldn't stand it, so he was banished to the park. Started in the morning, one stopped after dark. Yeah, when they said it's getting late in here, so I'm sorry.
One of the most enduring and important ideas of Sigmund Freud was that the human mind can be divided into 3 levels of consciousness: the unconscious, preconscious, and conscious minds. My name is Robin Wallast, I'm a doctor in psychology, and in this video we will explore 3 personality structures, which are the id, ego, and superego. The id operates in our unconscious mind, which means that it is not accessible to our consciousness. The id is often pictured as a little devil whispering on your shoulder. He is selfish, instinctual, impulsive, and refers to an unconscious psychic energy that strives to satisfy basic needs such as sex, eating, and aggression. Specifically, the id is based on the pleasure principle, which demands immediate gratification by gaining pleasure and avoiding pain. Think about a newborn child who is crying because he seeks pleasure through food and attention, with no regard to the consequences. He demands immediate gratification regardless of the burden caused to his parents. Next, the second personality structure is the superego, which is mostly unconscious and often pictured as the little angel smiling on your shoulder. He is like an internal judge who is based on the moral principle. He tells you what is right and wrong, what is socially acceptable to do, think, and feel according to real-world rules, moral, and norms. Finally, the third personality structure is the ego, which is basically our conscious self. The ego is who we think we are. It has the ability to make decisions. The ego operates on the reality principle. It is like an executive mediator who tries to satisfy both the needs from the id and superego in a realistic way.
I love the French accent. The ego acts as a mediator, right, between the id and the superego. The superego is the moral and the conscious and the judge, and the id, of course, is all impulse, and both id and superego are unconscious. But the ego itself is the mediator, the moderator between the two that is all conscious. So this is deep stuff. A lot of people don't know, man. If you're not healed, you shouldn't be dealing with no magic. That's all I'm going to say. No ritual will work unless you're trying to heal your heart. I don't know if people even turn it inward. I don't know. We got people on the line. Let's get Attila to get her final thoughts in here. Attila, what are your final thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, I think in regards to battling these situations, I scare you?
No, I'm just saying, when you said put a mirror,
put a
blanket over your mirror, I said, oh, let me get up out of here. I got some mirrors at the house.
No, I didn't say do it. I said the reason why you doing it is because you know something's going to come out of it. I don't worry about portals I didn't open. So why would I? What would be the point?
What?
I'm just saying, be careful what you're tapping into. But nonetheless, true power lies in surrender. Always.
I love that. Oh, that's good. Attila, guess what you just did?
How about Houston in the building?
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the routine. Just call us at 1-800-920-1580. We got Leroy. Leroy from Inglewood. Inglewood's in the building. What up, Leroy? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, man?
Greetings, sir. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, I can.
You know you owe Adela a spanking.
What?
She done turned you into Zoe Hemmett.
What?
The metaphysical relationship master tonight. Up here calling people witches. Then you tried to give the definitions of witches preceding the Western. Knowing all people heard that you called him a witch. Then Angela got the nerve to get out here and say if there's a will, there's a witch.
That's what she
And
said.
everybody threw everything that you just said out the window.
Man, I almost ran up out of here, brother. You hear me?
Yeah. I mean, now she knows she ain't supposed to say it to nowhere but in private, on the phone. She ain't supposed to get up here on the radio and say that in front of the neophytes and the. Come on now. Come on now.
Hey, share some of your information, Leroy. Don't come in here playing. You got the glow, man. Come on.
I mean, look. When she said she gonna throw the blanket over the mirror, that was supposed to be the mic drop. She's supposed to just leave on out, talk about love and hugs and go.
Hey, man,
but she had to keep going.
She kept going. I almost ran up out of here when she said put a blanket on the mirror, man. I said,
put a blanket on the mirror. That was the lesson right there. but you know, look. I'm not going to say long. Our ancestors, the Atmu, the Ptah, the Seb, the Aku, the Kaaba, the Ba, the Ka.
There we go.
You know, these are the 7, differentiations of the soul. You go to the Hindi, and they talk about the different types of bodies that are not all physical, right? You deal with the meiotic principles and virtues. So this stuff has been figured out and worked out already. Mm-hmm. And when we're trying to find our way back to the source, we should be careful, and it should be based on a set of principles that we can agree can help us live healthy inside of community with other people.
Right,
because the only way you can truly...
No.
Yes,
but
sir.
wait, because you cooking right now. You go to the Christians. They got the Holy Ghost. You connected to the Holy Ghost. You go to the Muslims. They got the Allah. Right. They got the Aura, the Hala. Right, you go to the West Africans, Ifa. They got Ori.
That's right.
You connected.
It's built in the systems. It's already built into each system. You don't have to leave the system that you're in or that you're comfortable with in order to find these things. But you might have to get a little bit of cocoon time away from folks who are not studying to the same degree you are.
Wait,
okay?
Hey, Leroy, don't you leave me. When we come forward, I'm going back to the city of champions.
Push, kick, push, coast. And away he rolled, just a rebel to the world with no place to go. And so we kick, push, coast. So come and skate with me, just a rebel looking for a place to be. So let's kick.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Former President Trump's sentencing in his New York hush money case is being postponed until September. This comes after Trump's lawyers filed a letter with the judge looking to set aside the recent guilty verdict. The sentencing will now be delayed until September 18th at the earliest. The lawyers asked for more time to go over any potential impact from the Supreme Court's immunity decision, which gave Trump immunity for official acts in office. Rapper Young Thug's RICO trial is being halted once again after the defense launched an effort to remove the judge. One Monday, the judge presiding over the Atlanta case paused the trial so another judge can review the recusal motion brought by Young Thug's attorney. The motion claims the judge and prosecutors held an improper meeting with a key witness without the defense. Young Thug and his fellow alleged gang members were charged in 2022 for illegal gun and drug charges and for illegal street gang activity. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
KBLA Talk 1580 is now celebrating 3 years of amplifying our voice and uplifting our community. We deeply appreciate your support of this radio station and will always do our level best to earn your support. Here's to many more years of loving and serving our community. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
I know it's gonna happen without you.
Our city's hottest weeks of summer are approaching. If you're 60 or older, you're at risk of heat stroke or worse. Extreme heat can kill. That's why KBLA Talk 1580 is part of our year-long climate justice campaign. Has partnered with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and the LA City Department of Aging for LADWP's Powered by Equity event, Heat Relief for Seniors Resource Fair. Join fellow LA seniors who hope to beat the heat and stay safe on Monday, July 15th, 10 a.m. at the Watts Labor Community Action Center in South Los Angeles. Learn about LADWP's Easy Save and Level Pay programs to help lower your monthly electric bill. And there will be tips and resources to be ready and safe in the heat. LADWP customers 60 years or older will be eligible to receive a portable air conditioner while supplies last. Personal ID and your LADWP bill are required. Contact your LA Department of Aging Neighborhood Senior Center for Cool LA Heat Relief for Seniors participation details or visit www.ladwp.com/events. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes, why should we be silent? Turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey LA, today I'm here to talk to you about Grid Alternatives, which is a nonprofit in LA that focuses on renewable energy. We serve communities who have been left out of the renewable energy sector. We offer paid job training, and in 13 weeks, you can become a solar installer. 80% of our graduates get hired into the industry, and once you're hired in the industry, you stop at a high, medium income. That could be $20 an hour or more. 80% of our graduates get hired into the industry. Call today so you don't be left out at 323-861-0105 or gridalternatives.org, gridalternatives.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. I'm mainly known for the rough raps, but kids steal my lyrics like hubcaps and eat them like stacks of flapjacks like rugrats. Hey, and I get busy over unknown traps while the next man flaps his lids like parquet. I'm skilled in the field, so slide to the side. I'll make a rapper cry, cause I can get some shut-eye while he's having hard times writing rhymes. So he gnaws on my metaphors and dines on my lines, which is the reason why I like to hang out and hustle with my friends to get away from pens and copy. So I'm corona bound to check you, aka Dr. Butcher, and what's going down. And Joe with the Jetta enables us to get around town. He's a clown. Other than that, I'm with Joe Burgos, watching old Black Caesar flick for kicks.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're delving into a thought-provoking question. Do manipulative people know what they're doing? It's a topic that intrigues many, so let's explore it together. In many cases, manipulative people are aware of their actions and the impact they have on others. Manipulation often involves a deliberate and strategic effort to control or influence others for personal gain. However, there are also instances where individuals may engage in manipulative behavior without full awareness of their actions, driven by ingrained habits, defense mechanisms, or learned behaviors. Here are two general categories that capture the range of awareness in manipulative behavior. 1. Conscious manipulation. Some manipulative individuals are fully aware of their actions and employ manipulation as a calculated strategy to achieve specific goals. They may use tactics such as deceit, charm, guilt-tripping, or playing on emotions to influence others. This conscious manipulation is often driven by a desire for power, control, or personal gain. One example is gaslighting. Ever had someone make you doubt your own feelings or memories? That's called gaslighting. A manipulative person might say things like, "You're imagining things," or "That never happened." In this case, they know exactly what they're doing, creating confusion to gain control. 2. Unconscious or subconscious manipulation.
I can listen to the whole piece, but tonight's topic is really basically saying what she's describing, or what that AI voice is describing. They're saying that is manipulation magic. And wounded people are using manipulation magic tactics on unsuspecting folk. Hurt people are controllers. Hurt people, it's deep. Leroy, please get in here, man, and give us your final thought, because you was cooking, my friend. Leroy from Inglewood.
Well, all praise due to our dear sister Atala transforming Zoe Williams into Zobi Hemet, the metaphysical relationship master.
Hold on, why I gotta get transformed? I just got layers. I can go anywhere, bro.
I know you got layers, but you know you don't normally do this on this channel. That be on the other stuff, man. You know that. You try to keep it on light over here. She coming with the heavy stuff. And so, nonetheless, if you're willing to be principled, I don't know what set of principles. I use the Myotic, Ubuntu Myot. A lot of time it boils down not so much to witchcraft, but which craft have you mastered and which craft are you using?
What?
I'm talking about on the healthy side now.
Right.
I'm talking about on the healing side.
Mm-hmm.
The side that you're making reference to, that Atala was talking about and the AI voice was talking about, is on the manipulative side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we should know all about that. We've been Willie lynched. The crabs don't put themselves in the barrel, okay? But in terms of the healing side, the Joy DeGruy Leary side, the Frances Cress Welsing side, the Naeem Akbar side, we should be principled in how we conduct ourselves so that when we explore new things and we go into our cocoon, we can come out as healers instead of people that run into the cave trying to show all we know and then get exposed and they try to kill us in the cave instead of us bringing the people in the cave into the light.
Man, I love you, bro. We got to have a cigar together one day. My man, Leroy from Inglewood, I'm going to say it for you. You brought the city of champions in the building, man. Call in anytime. Woo, we on fire tonight. But I will say this. A grimoire is a book of spells. And the narcissist's favorite grimoire, their book of spells, is, guess what? The 48 Laws of Power. I'm sorry. That's a book of manipulation. Listen, we got callers. I got to get all my callers in. Let's get them right now. We got Nikki from the SIP. Nikki, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Brother Zoe and the fam.
Hey.
I'm going to just keep riding in on Atala.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Be mindful. I think some of us, a lot of us, are getting got by the monitor spirits and don't know it.
Ooh, talk to me.
The serpent was the first monitor spirit, and he leveled up for show. She was talking about the example she gave about somebody at work going to the boss and sabotaging your progress. It's all forms of monitor spirit. And that's what they do. They monitor. I think we had an experience with the monitor spirit on this show. I do recall. I won't say her name.
I'm listening. You tapped in. Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's how you know what I'm talking about. Everybody who's in there knows who I'm talking about. They do that for exactly what this is about. The whole point of dominating, casting of spells, stay with me, boy, oil, all of that. I will say to you, I don't think this practicing went anywhere. If it went somewhere, it went a little bit underground in some places. But it's been happening all the time. I don't think it ever went anywhere. It may not be as prevalent maybe in the last 20 years as far as conversational, but it's been out there. And people have been doing it. We have chicks been burying T-shirts and underwear in the yard for years.
Really?
Yes.
I'm listening now.
But I want us to be mindful about the monitor spirits, because something can be attached to you without you being aware. Not because you were calling anything in necessarily, but perhaps because, like with the serpent, if you are around, familiarity can breed contempt. And you may not be looking for the monitor spirit in the way they would show up. Generally speaking, we've said before, the devil does not generally take the direct approach. Well, if I monitor well enough, I don't have to take the direct approach, because I'm going to use whoever else, whatever other means to get to you without necessarily having to smack you in the face. And that's happening a lot in intimate relationships. Observing each other on social media without other folks knowing it, trackers on your car.
Somebody said blood magic, voodoo, spaghetti. What?
Yes. A lot of men in my generation do not make spaghetti and come over for dinner. Their red sauce is a no-go.
This is still happening, Nikki? This is still happening.
I'm telling you, it didn't go anywhere. It may not be as prevalent. and maybe those who are practicing it now, particularly younger ones, their avenues for how they want to use it have many more possibilities for destruction. When Atala was talking about covering your mirrors, okay, our Jewish brothers and sisters, when someone passes away, right, they put soap on their mirrors in their home so that they do not see their sorrow. They do that for a whole 12 months. So if we're talking about mirroring each other and you're covering the mirror after it has written in off of or onto a monitoring spirit, I mean, now you covert and hide. That's like covert squared.
Right.
But it's a real thing, and it has been a real thing. And I need everybody to stay aware that something for real can attach itself to you without putting, if we don't put that armor on, just remember, we're not called to defeat the devil because Jesus did that or whatever deity you serve already did that part. We are not called to defy darkness either. What we are called to do is to shine that light.
I love it, Nikki. Nikki, you already know what I'm asking you.
Mississippi in the building.
Come
love
on,
everybody.
Mississippi is in the building, and she loves everybody when we come forward. Baltimore, Maryland, and Florida. Pensacola, Florida. We on fire tonight. Let's get these callers in here. We cooking.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone, and should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
Hey, LA residents, it's planting season and the perfect time to get shade trees growing around your home. LADWP and City Plants are giving every resident up to 7 free trees. That's right, 7 free trees delivered right to your door. Trees are great for the environment, help improve air quality, and can help you save on your bill when you use less air conditioning to stay cool indoors. Learn more at ladwp.com/free trees. That's ladwp.com/free trees.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer.
Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, damn. You see what kind of flavor I want. Do I want vanilla? Or do I want to taste the chocolate? Nah, I want something different. I want something slamming. What's the slamminest flavor out this month? Let's see. Yo, Black. What flavor are you?
Listen. For a second, I reckon I got you double checking. Then again, when to your needs did I beckon? Hold me only if you wanna get naked. Play me for the crowd only if you wanna wreck it. The name is Dress, like silk I get slick. Drop rhymes like a bass head, big flicks. Constantly, yes, it's me, D-R-E-S. So yes, I guess unless you're fast, you can get down to serious business with this. I never boned a honey that I didn't like. I never saw a mile that I couldn't hike. I never had a spliff to make me choke. I never had a pocket that was broke. Hate no one but love only a few. Franklin Grant and yeah, Mom too. I run buck wild.
Man, our hip hop was fire. That's all I can say. My playlist has been on fire. I heard you got the fever for the flavor. Yes, our hip hop was different. I'm sorry. We enjoyed our hip hop, man. We were on fire with it. Very creative. We got callers. I want to get them in right now. Let's go to Nzinga. She's been on the longest. Nzinga, what are your thoughts? We got to get it.
Oh, hey, good evening. I guess, well, they're blind. I guess people are blind to their witchcraft, I think, when they're kind of low level. Most of the time, if you're higher level, the things you do are for the collective. And it's in a higher vibration. You know, people love to talk about, you know, throwing people in a jar and throwing them in the freezer. To me, that always just seems kind of angry. But, you know, I mind my business because I don't want to be in nobody's jars. I don't want to be, like I said, I try to stay in the light. But
wait a minute. You can, Lord, you finna do what Attila did. You can be in a jar in somebody's house. Don't do that to me now.
I mean, they got people who will put you in a jar, but then they have honey jars where they can, you know, certain things. I'm getting to that.
No,
but
I heard about the honey jar, so I know about the honey jar.
They'll do that. People, you know, it's just a lot of, and I don't want to put like certain things out there, but you know, I just, you know, people always say, you know, there is a dark side of it. Yeah, I try to be into my shadow self because every time you do something, you know, you take a piece of you. And so you have to be careful because the retribution is by default when you do dark things. You know, like with the sex magic or whatever. You know, you have to be careful because when you're doing the sex magic, even when you're by yourself, you have to be careful because it can backfire, and then all of a sudden the person that you want to be obsessed with you, it doesn't work like that. You become obsessed with them.
Is masturbation magic? You better not do that to me today. Is that what you're telling me?
You have to be. Yes, so you have to be careful with things like that because, or even when you do sex magic, and you just, you know, you might like the person and you want them to like you, but then all of a sudden they become obsessed with you. You know, so, you know, to steer clear of things like that, you have to keep your space clean. You know, you have to, because clutter is the work of an enemy. And so the spell can work if you have a lot of clutter around you. So it's good to be organized. You know, you want to protect yourself. You know, you do want to take salt baths. You do want to do psalms and, you know, certain things. And, you know, just be in a positive mind frame. But, you know, you have to be careful, like I said, with doing certain things because by default, you have to give up something. Whenever you do something, you have to give up something. So you just have to be careful.
Well, thank you, Nzinga. I'll make sure that I turn on the light in my car as I drive home. Nzinga, guess what you just did?
I brought Pensacola in the building. Good night,
Pensacola, Florida is in the building. We finna bounce over to Baltimore, Maryland. Dustin, man, we got to do this quick, man. I'm trying to get everybody on the line. We got to do it quick. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, how you doing tonight, fam? It's cool. I appreciate your time. No, I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts that I got from this, because I think this has either happened to us or we've done this to someone else, either knowingly or unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that one of the points of being manipulated into anything is to get the pot to forget that the kettle is black. If you know what I'm saying.
I hear you.
The only reason I'm next to you is because I need you, but I'm just like you. You just a little bit stronger. All right, it's no real such thing as control or magic, but you can influence a person through long-term convenient commonality.
Come on, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Come on.
So the longer you let me around you, I can whisper in your ear. Some people are not there to hurt you. Some people are there to hurt you, to just hurt you because they don't know nothing else. Some people do it to keep you because they know your fears. It's probably being alone just like everybody else.
Brother.
But I think the ducking out point is to get people to understand that, and I ain't going to cut you off, that what they do is they use your own potential against you.
I hear you, brother. Now, brother, you know I gotta move forward. Now,
handle business.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. You brought Baltimore, Maryland in the building. Let's get to Watts, California. It's my final call of the night. Juliet, we got to keep it short because we up against the clock. Talk to me, Juliet.
Peace and love to our higher power, and I just want to say the devil's greatest trick was to make you think he don't exist. And I'm gonna tell you, like Iman Jamil Al-Amin, formerly H. Brown, said from the east to the west, we answer the test. I love y'all. Y'all bring me black joy, and power to the people.
Power to the people. I appreciate every single one of y'all tonight. This was an amazing topic. I love exploring it because it is a new phenomena, and people are getting into what is known as intentions and, you know, setting intentions and you know, doing all types of things. But I will say this. The first people on planet Earth to do anything, to build a culture, to build a society, to do anything, to create philosophy, to create whatever, was us, our folk. You know, from all over. I always say, don't get caught up in where we went. Just realize we were everywhere. That's why I call black folk everywherean. If you look up the Runoko Rashidi's work, we were in Asia. You look up Ivan Van Sertima's work. We're in Africa and the Americas. We were everywhere. We were in Europe. I call black folk everywhereans. You understand? And everywhere we went, we had a spiritual tradition. Don't let your spiritual traditions become demonized to the point where you can't recognize that they're yours. We started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. The voice of reason is out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, my Friday. Holla.
Pump it up. Just blaze. Pump it up. Pump it up. You came to get it drunk with a dame or shit it drunk. You came to get it on. More than 5 O's in your bank to get it on. Roll up like that thing can get it on. Plank to fit it on. Came to get it on. Hold up, you wanna work that, twerk that. Let me in, let me hurt that, murk that. Till you gotta hurt.